Hey guys, this is Saurabh Nahar here from Alba Technologies and you're watching the unboxing of Meizu M1 Note. So let's begin. So guys, here is the box pack of Meizu M1 Note. The price quoted on the box is Rs 14,499 and you can get it from Amazon.in. I'll leave the link down in the description. So in case you want to buy, use my link because it helps us a lot. Now let's quickly open the box pack and take a look at the contents of the box. So guys, on the top we have the Meizu M1 Note and some accessories. So here is the power plug or power adapter with Indian pin. And the ampere rating is 0.3 ampere for input and 2 ampere for output. Moving ahead, let's see what do we have here. So let's open it and you can see we have a pin that will be used for removing the SIM card slot. You also have a USB to micro USB data cable that will be used for charging your device as well as connecting your device to your PC or Mac system. It is too tiny, not very long. Let's take out the Meizu M1 Note. I'll keep it aside for a second. You can see that it says we don't have a earphone included in the box, so that is slightly disappointing. But we do get some documentations over here, which includes warranty card and some other details. In case you want to know, you can read it. I'll keep it aside for the time being. So here is the device itself. We have some instructions given on the front as well as on the back. So it says you can swipe up in case you want to open the multitasking bar, and some various other instructions for volume key and SIM card slots and stuff. You can take a look when you get the device. Now let me actually remove this plastic off so that we can power on the device and take a look at the device itself. Let me power on the device and I'll be back after the setup. Meanwhile, let's quickly take a look at the specifications of Meizu M1 Note. So we have 5.5-inch Full HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, 13MP rear camera with flash front 5MP camera, MediaTek processor which is 1.7 GHz octa-core processor, 2GB RAM, 16GB of internal storage and not expandable via microSD card, Flyme OS which is based on Android 4.4 KitKat, 3140 mAh capacity battery, dual SIM which is 4G plus 3G. Let's quickly take a physical overview of the device. So on the top we have a earpiece, next to it are some sensors. We also have a front facing camera which is a 5MP camera. The screen size is a 5.5-inch screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. It is having a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. At the bottom we have the home button which is a touch capacitive button and it will light up. It will also light up when you get the notifications, so do keep in mind. Now if we move on to the right side of the device, we have a SIM card slot. It is a dual SIM phone, so we have 4G as well as 3G capable SIM card slots. SIM 1 will accept 4G SIM card. Moving on to the back side, we have 13MP camera and a dual LED flash with dual tone. The 13MP camera can shoot 1080p videos. At the bottom we have the Meizu branding. On the left side we have volume control keys which are separated, which I like. If we move on to the top side, we have a 3.5mm audio jack and a secondary noise cancellation microphone over here. We also have a power button over here on the top, which is weird. Moving on to the bottom, we have a microphone over here. Next to it is the micro USB port that will be used for charging as well as connecting your device. And here is the speaker out. The device is just 8.9mm thick. And the weight of the device is 145 grams, which is not very heavy. It won't fit into your hand because of the 5.5-inch screen, and the position of the power button is weird. It is on the top of the device, so you won't be able to lock it with the power button, but you do have some gestures that will be useful. Now due to that weird position of the power button, you will try to find on the right hand side like I did. Now let's ignore it and let's take a look at the software. So all your applications will remain over here on the main screen. You don't have an app drawer. Also you don't have Google specific applications pre-installed. So in case you want to get applications like YouTube, you can download them. Here is the notification center and you can see all the toggles over here. Let's go back and go into the settings and see what is the Android version. So you can see the Android version is 4.4.4 KitKat. Flyme OS is based on Android 4.4 KitKat. Now let's take a look at the storage. So we get 11.7 GB out of that 16 GB. So the storage is what you get and you cannot expand via SD card. So that is a disappointment, but can't really help. Let's play a YouTube video, and you can play YouTube videos in 1080p. You can see that the screen looks really good. And the output of the speaker is decent enough, if not great. Also, the viewing angles on this device are good enough. You can see it yourself. Now let's see how the browsing experience is on this device. You don't have Chrome browser pre-installed, so I am using the pre-installed browser application on this device. Let's open yahoo.com. We will open it in desktop mode to see how it works. And you can see that it loads up the website quickly. And pinch to zoom gesture works fine. Let's see how the scrolling is, and you can see it is fast enough. So the browsing experience is very decent on this device. No problems. Let's see if OTG is supported or not on this device. Let me insert a OTG pen drive over here. And you can see that it detects my OTG pen drive on the top. Let's open the file. And I can see all my files over here. Let's play a 4K video. So you can see that it is giving me an error, cannot play the video because it is a 4K video. Let's play a song and see how the speaker quality is on this device. So it is a good thing that OTG is supported on this device. Now let's take a look at the camera on this device. Let me click a picture. So you can see that the shutter speed is quick and it takes pictures quickly. Let's take a look at the pictures that we have taken. And you can see that the camera quality is decent enough, not bad. And I'll post a video on camera, so hit that subscribe button right now so that you get the notification. Now multitasking on this device is fairly simple. Just swipe up and close your application like this, which is fairly simple and easy to do. You can also hold this home button to lock your device, and you can double tap to unlock your device. So you do have some gestures. This was a quick unboxing of Meizu M1 Note. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. Also, you can subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I'll be coming up with a lot of videos on Meizu M1 Note, so hit that subscribe button right now. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google+, and the links for the same will be in the description down below. You can also post your comments and queries in the comment section. I try to answer most of them. And thank you guys for watching. This is Saurabh Nahar here from All About Technologies.